Court is back in session with the court arraignment docket. First case is cause number 23-CCCR-1278. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Justin Jamal Jones. Mr. Jones, would you please come forward? Mr. Jones, your full name is Justin Jamal Jones.
Yes, sir.
Jones, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Jones, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Jones? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Jones. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights, Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendants?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that states you would like to your case reset so that you can hire your own attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Jones, before you signed and initialed this document, did you read the document?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jones, I've read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the based on your answers, your case is going to be reset to give you time to hire your own attorney. Do you need to have stand in front of you or have a seat?
Yeah.
Just have a seat in that first chair on the wall. All right?
Gentlemen, CICE program.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it.
You need one? Okay, just have a seat. We'll give you the floor. Yeah. You're gonna get that to him. Next case is cause number 23-CCCR 1708. Case is filed state of Texas versus John Edward Toops. So far, Mr. Toops, your full name is John Edward Toops.
John Edward Thomas.
Okay, Mr. Toops, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Toops, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Toops, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Toops?
I do.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Toops. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to have your case reset on attorney?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Toops, before you signed and initialed this document, did you read it? Did you understand what you read?
Yes.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Mr. Toops, based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the Department of, well, based on your answers, your case is going to be reset to give you an opportunity to hire your own attorney. You're gonna have a seat in that third chair on the wall. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Quinshawn James Alpo, cause number 23-CCCR 0834. Good morning, Mr. Alpo. Your full name is Quinshawn James Alpo.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alpo, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Alpo, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alpo, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Alpo? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Alpo. I have before me a document that's titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that state you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document that's titled waiver of counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Alpo, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Alpo, you're gonna have a seat in that first chair.
Mhm.
No, just go back and have your seat where you're sitting, and one of the prosecutors will come out and talk to you.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine, either way. Next case is cause number M333-786, case of style of state of Texas versus Irene Alicia Alamia. Miss Alamia, your full name is Irene Alicia Alamia? Miss Alamia, would you please raise your right hand? Miss Alamia, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Miss Alamia, how are you doing? Okay, Miss Alamia, I have before me two documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature online that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials online that state you'd like to
Yes,
have
sir.
your case reset to hire you, whether you would like to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document that's titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature online inside of defendant? Now, Ms. Alameda, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Alameda, just go back and have a seat, and one of the prosecutors will come out and talk to you. Next case is cause number M332-320, case of style of state of Texas versus Juan Guillen Arellano. No, well, just have him to have a seat. Just have a seat. Okay. Next case is cause number M328-536. Case is style, well, let me do this here. Cause number 23-CCCR-1732. Case is style of state of Texas versus Reagan Jamal Howard. Mr. Howard, your full name is Reagan Jamal Howard.
Yes.
Mr. Howard, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Howard, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Howard, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Howard?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Howard. I have before me a couple of documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Are these your initials on the line that state you would like to request a court-appointed attorney? I also have another document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. Mr. Howard, do you recognize this document? And on page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant's signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Howard, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Howard, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. The attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Ryan Matuska. Actually, Mr. Matuska is on Zoom. Mr. Matuska will be given information to contact you, and you will be given information to contact him. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. Now, before she gives you that information, I need to give you some bond conditions. Miss Mosby, could you hand these bond conditions to him? Okay, Mr. Howard, the bailiff has just handed you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see the title on that document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm going to go over these bond conditions with you, and it reads as follows. Following the return of a criminal information in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release within the defendant named herein are ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submits to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3 and 4 does not apply. However, condition number 5 does apply in this case. And condition number 5 states, defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless the defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn, full-time, paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Do you understand that condition? Now, Mr. Howard, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, the warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you'll be placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that? Now, Mr. Howard, you're going to have a seat in that first chair by the wall, and the court coordinator is going to give you the information that you need to contact your attorney. Actually, as I mentioned, your attorney is already on Zoom. So you contact Mr. Matuska. He will also be given information to contact you, and our court coordinator will give you that information. All right, just have a seat in that first chair.
All right, thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Now, Mr. Matuska, you also had a gentleman, I think he said he has a felony case set today. Dustin Wayne Harrington, he's in custody.
Yes, sir. That's what I was told.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, I guess, what's going on with that case. It may have been reset because somebody was saying that we didn't think the 2 felony courts had any court today unless he's in drug.
No. They didn't have anybody from outside.
Oh,
Now,
outside.
custody, we have them.
Okay, so y'all have them.
Yes,
Okay, so we're gonna find out what happened. If the case is disposed of, we'll most likely, I'm talking about the felony case, we'll most likely put it on the docket for Thursday. If not, we'll reset. If it's just reset, we'll reset it with the felony.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, Dustin Harrington has 2 cases, yeah. So yeah, we'll check up on both of those cases.
Your Honor, I have 3.
Yes, 3?
yes, yes.
Oh, it's on the other one, it's on the other page. Yeah, so we'll let you know the status of those 3 cases.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. This guy is Gilbert, Stephen Gilbert. He's the gentleman in the south side. Mr. Gilbert, would you please come forward? Okay, Mr. Gilbert. I have your full name is Stephen Gilbert?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Middle name, Jawan.
Jawan?
Yeah.
Stephen Jawan Gilbert.
Yes.
Okay. How are you now, Mr. Gilbert? Would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Gilbert, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gilbert, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Gilbert?
A little bit under the weather.
Okay, now, Mr. Gilbert, I have before me two documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights of Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line saying you would like to apply for court-appointed
Yes.
attorney? I also have another document that's titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indians. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes.
Now, Mr. Gilbert, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Sorry about that. Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Gilbert, based on your answers, meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of court-appointed attorney. The attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Jennifer DeLedge. Mr. DeLedge is going to be given information, contact you. Will also be given information, contact her. Just have a seat out in the hall, and then the court coordinator will bring you, well, the bailiff will bring you your reset.
Okay.
All right, just have a seat in the hall.
Thanks, sir.
And once you get your reset, you're free to go.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay. Okay, the court of being, Mr. Wilkerson, you have
Mr. King?
David Kenneth Tan.
Yes. sir.
Is he here?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, this case was recent. Ms.
In that process due to the hours that he's working. And so I'm not sure what all Mr. Hoffpower wanted to discuss with him. But what I know and can alert the court to is that he is not presently in the care of Spindletop. And so I think at this point,
I don't, okay,
we're gonna have to, I think, place it on the trial docket at this point, because I don't see, unless.
well, we have a new prosecutor, so I
Well,
don't-
also Spindletop was never part of the plea. That's on him.
No, it wasn't part of the plea.
Right.
The discussion was about the competent time of the. We need to set it on the trial docket.
Is it on the trial docket?
Yeah,
Okay,
apparently Kobe didn't leave any notes, so yeah, just put it on the trial docket.
okay,
Okay.
okay, just hold on. Now, do we need to, okay, we'll put it on the trial docket. She's working on the permit. Just take a few minutes.
Okay.
Just have a seat. All right.